What day it is? Lovely Saturday. Hope the weather is nice by your place. We have an absolutely shitty downpour basically for the past 2 days. Welcome, Curb. I didn't know Xbox X Fanta existed. Wait, what? Is there like a Fanta promo with Xbox? That's weird. Today we are gonna be doing something different to what we usually do. Instead of making an actual video game, we are trying to do something for Kaiju Jam. That is a mouthful to say. Streamlabs. Fuck. Bum. There we go. Wait, what? Did it refresh? Haha. Okay. Okay, Drew. You see. So Kaiju Jam is a real neat community run by a neat community. Kaiju Jam is open. There we go. Saved. Yep. Yay! So we're gonna jump into here so I can show you some stuff. Where's my video tube? Hello. Where am I? There am I! Whee! So hold on, let me find my browser. Where is my browser? There is my browser, but do not show the Twitch dashboard. Pink warning for all of you. Wow, super pink. It's not pink, it's like pastel pink / lavender. What is this jam? So Kaiju Jam is run by Luke, and basically what it says: make a game with the main theme of a kaiju. They are running different kind of themed jams, mainly Mecha Jam and Samurai Jam. And was it two years ago? Where we made one last wing for the Samurai Jam. It was last year, right? Last year in the beginning. It's like February. Yeah, last year. January, at the end of January. Okay, I guess. Fair. They have secondary teams as well. Quite a few of them. Wrestle, Legacy, The Only Way is Up, Gold, you've got Mail, Dynamic Rules, Parade, and Hybrid. It is a 2-week-long jam, if I remember correctly. From 13 to 17, almost, yeah. Wait, why do people so not like Gen AI? Because it is stealing the work of creative people and helping creative people being exploited by companies. That is why. So they are running this cool jam. It just started, I think, yesterday, if I remember correctly. 13th. No, it's basically 2 days ago, but yesterday for me because. Yeah. So we are making a kaiju team game, and not even a game. Or we are making a game, but not the usual type of game. We are gonna be trying to make. Technically, yes. They are. It is generating something, that is why. Snooze, go away. I don't need that today. So, today's stream's main goal is to be a brainstorming session. I have a few like main ideas, but we are gonna be making a tabletop game. So we have this cool little program. We have a nice little table. And I can even load in... What's that engine? It is Tabletop Club. Tabletop Club. It is this cool little game. Blip. It's free open source program where you can customize quite a lot of stuff, which I can even show you with this. I have been doing some very beginnery mockups, like how I would like to have the game laid out on the table. Instead of doing an actual hand cam and you seeing my notes and my hands and rolling around dice, I think it would be much better to have this digital representation for the time being, but the actual end product is gonna be a documentum file with printable images and such, so you can actually play it on the table. So you cannot custom dice, you cannot custom cards, you can even import custom objects. So it is really cool. There is no scriptable layer or anything here. This is all supposed to be just like a what is it called on the Steam? Tabletop simulator, I think. This Tabletopia is the other one, I think, if I remember correctly. So it is just that, but in an open source format. Sadly, the project seems to be abandoned by the developer because they got an actual work. Like they got hired by someone and they do not have the time, but it is up on GitHub if anyone wants to pick up later. Fully open source. Documented as well. It lacks some stuff, I think, but it can be managed. So, what is the idea behind here? The idea is that the game is gonna focus around defeating a kaiju. Game is gonna be focused around defeating a rampaging kaiju. Anyone who does not know what a kaiju is, think of Godzilla basically. Large monsters from mysterious backgrounds that appear in cities and destroy stuff. But we just cannot use Godzilla because I'm pretty sure it is copyrighted. And I do not want to be copyright slammed on the wrist like, there, come on, get me. Bam. Is that the thing from Fortnite? Oh my god. Even the devs of Fortnite did not live when Godzilla started. The players gonna control a response team trying to stop the kaiju. Blop. There are gonna be buildings that needs protecting, aka the city. Amazing. I always forget the stupid dance that people do. That's my only Fortnite exposure, when I see kids on the crosswalk dancing before the cars. Also, I played one match back then on my old laptop and it ran with like 12 FPS. It wasn't that much. Also, like, your first few games are bot based, so I haven't even seen a person. But like, majorly bot based, if I remember correctly, but whatever. And weddings might or might not have special things they do. Players are protecting the city. Wait, different abilities and moves. Kaijus are gonna be controlled with some kind of dice roll system. By some kind of... there is a better word for these in RPG systems. When you're rolling and looking it up. Let me think. It's not the seer. It's the other woman who looks into the future. What is it? If you switch performance, you would probably get 30 at least. There is no way on that old laptop I'm getting 30. That was all the best settings and I haven't even got 16. It's like a stupidly old laptop. But that was back like when Fortnite almost started, so... I'm a PC gamer now, and that is probably never gonna change. What is the other fantasy woman called who is like, not the fortune teller, not the seer, who like can look into the future and stuff. What is that? Google? Not Google, DuckDuckGo, but you know what I mean. Looks into future, not seer, not fortune. I guess it would be better to search for synonyms. Synonym or seer. Prophet, no. Forecaster, no. Diviner, no. I snooze them twice. I cannot snooze them all the time. Oracle! Oracle! That is what I'm looking for. Haha! Kind of roll. Oracle. Table that shows what happens on rolls. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a D6 dice. I guess D6 dice is repeating yourself. Based system. Got the Xenoblade ad. That is at least a cool ad, I guess. Let me get rid of this. Different moves. What I wanted to I want some kind of movement between the buildings of the city. So what I mean by this is you can see these little houses I doodled up yesterday. I cannot draw nicely. You're gonna have to deal with my very doodly art style, but I think this is what we're gonna go for in the end. So at the moment, this tabletop version, like prototype, is handled in such a way that you have your players down here. We have men. We have the city in a row, and we have the kaiju up on top. And what I want is some kind of movement on the table. I haven't decided yet if this would be like a, I don't know, a grid. Whoop. The cursor is a bit funky. With half a window. So like I don't know if the game would be like grid based like this, so you're moving around in the city with like people and such, or if I would much rather have a, what's it called, lane system. Kind of a lane system. Is the guy from Superman? Now we got Man. Yeah, he's just man. So the other idea is to basically have rows. So the enemies would move around between the city, and you would have to chase them basically to protect the buildings and to damage them and such. Either either one grid. Wait, moving around. Kinda like chess. Or a row-based system where you have to chase down the monsters. What I don't like about this grid system, this one, is it can become quite crowded, because if I want to have buildings with like HPs and such, then there would be places where there is a kaiju on the building, there is a token on the building showcasing HP, there is a player nearby, I don't know, something else is here. It will become quite crowded. But can I Ctrl Z in this? No, there is no Ctrl Z. Oh, that not in my hand, on the board. Thank you. Free that card from the table. And this lane system is better because I can just move the kaiju up here. You can move the players down here, and the buildings can just have, like, I don't know, damage indicator on them or something. Oh, will that push through the card? Oh. Hold on. Oh. No. That is why I like this layout better and system. Nerdy asked, nerdy teachers, asked me if I have what is the word? Inspirations? And honestly, not fully. I think this lane system is cool. I'm moving between lanes. I have a game that actually is somewhat like this, but that is more like an RTS game, like a King of the Hill kind of RTS, where you try to control one of the lanes with units. And I like the way, like the feeling of, hey, I need to go here, you need to go here, you need to go here. So that is probably one of the inspirations behind this idea. Combat. How would combat happen? So the bad thing about this layout that we have is I can have subpages, but hold on, can I zoom out? Zoom out? That is still probably readable. And probably that is where we're gonna stop with this. So we can add more notes, so we can break down this brainstorm session. Either today when we get to the end of it, or on the next stream. I want rolls to happen for sure. Roll a dice. What I was thinking about, maybe each hero has a distinct pattern for, not pattern, let's use the oracle word, because oracle for their move pool. So, hold on. Ota. So, hold on. Give me dice. Bloop. So it would be playable with just a d6, and when you roll, there will be a table like, hey, the 3 for, I don't know, man is an attack, for example. That is why you have this custom dice here. For myself, I will probably create custom dice for my play. My printed version, because I have a lot of blank dice. But basically you can imagine the oracle such as this die. So for example, let's say example man And I should be... Where is my... Insert drawing? No. Insert time, hyperlink code. Where is my table? Because I should have a table too. There it is. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I go back to half the screen. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go away, don't need you. Okay, so this does not like the fact. And now it went away, so will it come back when I do this? Ah, okay. So it is here, nice. I never used this app in this view, so... So for example, for man, 1 is an attack. 2 is also an attack. 3 is also an attack. 4 could be movement. This could be also movement. And this could be special thingy. I don't know, shooting laser from your eyes or calling an airstrike or whatever. And that is what we have on this dice here. I guess this has a defense side somewhere. Can I? How does the dice rotate? Only this way? There we go. So we have an attack side, we have a defense side, and we have a star side. So this is what I mean by an oracle. So you will roll your dice. This is a 1, so man can attack this turn. Oops. I yeeted him. Can you yeet this hard? Whoa, you can yeet. Oh my god. Also, one funny thing, I'm not sure how I can undo, but you can flip the table. Which I absolutely love. There is a separate button to be like, fuck this. Also, do tell if this grid is quite harsh, because I think we have another table. But for that, I think I need to do room, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we have a picnic bench. So we can play on a picnic bench if you want. But I think the green is not that bad, and this brown I don't enjoy. It's like very poopy brown. Too much poopy brown. So each character would have an indication on the bottom, like what his dice is. Oracle for the move pool. Maybe multiple dice even? Question mark. So you have more actions per turn. So I could say, hey, roll 2 dice and you can... Bloop. I have an attack and another attack. This is also an option. And that will be me when I lose a pawn in chess. Oh my god, that's gonna be a quick game. So that is one thing we have to figure out. And this is gonna be the same for the kaiju. So the kaijus are gonna have same for the kaiju. They will have that oracle. Oh, I wanted to write something. Oh yeah, what I know is if we gonna go this if we go lane route, that is a mouthful. The combat is gonna be Kaiju X. You can decide to throw yourself in front to protect the building. So for example, if the kaiju is here and it throws, look, rolls 2 attack dice and you are on the same lane, you can say that, hey, I don't want that building to get hurt, so I'm gonna throw myself in front of it and I'm gonna take the 5 damage. Movement, I'm not sure how it's gonna happen. Because for the kaijus, you could just move them away from important buildings. So like, I don't know, this is something more important, this building, and it rolls a movement. The player could just say that, hey, it doesn't go here, it goes to this one, which I don't care about. And I'm not sure if that is allow the player move the kaiju or some kind of deciding system for movement. So if probably or maybe the kaiju could have a double dice roll, so if it is moving, just roll the dice and that is deciding where it goes. But I guess not for each movement die, but just the die that has the movement on it. Whee! I think that is probably the better place. Damage, I haven't figured out yet. Because we could either go the system where you have a dice pool, dice pool versus fixed damage. So what I mean by this is, if I roll this, for example, with man, I did not make it. I'm not that pro, sadly. This is Tabletop Club, an open source version of basically Tabletop Sim. Sadly, it is abandoned by the original developer, but all the code is up on GitHub and you can import all kinds of stuff into it. Welcome, Fletch. Welcome, welcome. I wish I could make stuff like this. Like, figuring out the importing of like objects and textures is like beyond me. But it is made in Godot, which is really cool, because Godot is the goat. Where was I? So yeah, if we roll this with our dice, does this mean that I'm attacking twice with my fixed damage, or does this mean I have 2 attack damage? So that is what we will have to play around with. So yeah, like, would this be goat then, I guess? So does rolling 3 attacks on a dice equal 3 damage, or 3 separate attack actions? The problem with this system, like the dice pool system, so if you are not rolling 1 die, but a multiple of dice is multiple of dice, right? No. What is the plural of dice? Is it dice? Die? Could be, I don't know. Plural, yeah, that is what I'm, my brain is confused of. Plural of dice. That is the multiple, I like the plural. Dice is already a plural form of the word die. Oh, so a single cube is a die and multiple die is a dice. In the modern usage, dice can also be used as a singular noun, although die is a traditional singular form. Ooh. Okay. So whatever you want, basically. Thank you, English. I like you. Classic English. Say what you want, I don't care. Where was I? With dice. So the problem with multiple dice is then somehow I need to indicate. I would love to indicate on the card what the symbols of a hero are for its oracle, so like the dice that he rolls. So basically this. But if I want to do that, hold on, there is a doodle. Hold on, I think I can doodle in this. Brush color. Nope, that is too big. Nope. So then I would have to like, I don't know. Oh, I cannot doodle on a card? Do I need to lock you for that? Oh. Or is that like a config setting? Okay. So do I... This is still so big, hold on. So I would have to like 3x and like the symbols on the dice. Or do I just write the symbols and I roll one die? David, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing, how you doing? So that is the question here. Bloop, bloop. With the multiple dice versus one die. The one die thing, the bad thing for it, for like the drawback. That's the nice one. The drawback of one dice. I'm gonna just switch between dice and die from now on. Jesus Christ. I was ruined by that search. Is I just roll this and my only action is an attack now for the turn. That's like, like chugging multiple dice is neat. I like chugging multiple die. You just pick up all this and yeet. That just feels good on the board as well, like on the table. One drawback of this with the multiple dice is now players will have to look up the table 3 times because I'm rolling 3 dice. Did I? Okay. Oh, I can yeet them off the table. Oh, that they come back in the middle. Oh, we learn. So I'm in favor of the dice pool system. That way, maybe there could be even a building that says, hey, if you are standing in this row... Oh, I locked this. No, it is lighting to unlock, yeah. So, that in my hand. We need to move, hold on. Blop. So if I'm standing in the row of that building, I get another action dice. Maybe that is something we can do. So you like try to maneuver around such a way that you can move into here, roll multiple die, and then you can move on to here with a boost. Example. I can type example. There are gonna be a lot of grammatical errors. I'm sorry for that, but I cannot even type correctly in Hungarian, so. And English is weird. So dice. Single dice. Good because simple. Wanting to look up in Oracle. Bad because one action. Turn. And that's it. Dice pool. Good because it feels good. Funny to roll all the dice. I can play around with the numbers of die for a player. Not player, let's call them heroes. And good because of multiple actions. Turn or strategy. Bad because player has to look up more in the Oracle. So like if you don't have custom die, you're just gonna be doing this is the games window. Projects. Give me dice. Pop, pop, pop. Like if you're just playing on the table without custom dice, you're gonna be like, bloop. What did I roll? Okay, I rolled a 1. A 1 is an attack. I rolled a 6. A 6 is a special thing, and I rolled a 4, which is a movement. And you have to remember this. Like you can just set it aside for the time being. I still don't know how I can lock a die. Can I? Because if I lock it here, I cannot pick it up. I have to look this up if there is a way. Nope. So you can put it on the side and just pick away the die you have already acted on, and then you're not that overwhelmed, I guess. Some water. We will break this down better at some point. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't thought about so how to determine city Kaiju heroes. So Kaiju can be chosen randomly or by player decision. So we'll probably need a roll table Oracle for Kaiju. Which probably means maybe we need at least 6 of them. So I can assign 1 Kaiju for each side of the die. We can go lower, of course. We can go like 3 maybe and just divide the dice by 2. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 different Kaijus. We have of course gonna have a Godzilla-like. We're gonna have a Mothman-like. Mothman. That's I hate that TH. Mothman. We're gonna have some kind of dragon, I guess. What are some classic Kaijus? Because I think that's like the 3 I know more of. There is some form of a sea monster we could have. Hold on. Why am I not typing this? Dino, Mothman. I already forgot what I said for the third. A dragon, sea monster, and 2 question marks. Like this would be hard to divide with the dice. This 4. Classical Kaiju monsters. And let me. So are you cooking something for Fletch Fest? Not today, but yes, I want to draw, basically. The submission is gonna be an art piece. So yeah, the classic Godzilla, some kind of dragon thingy. Ooh, this is a neat picture. Oh yeah, we haven't a mecha something. Hold on. Mecha something. Oh, what is this? Monsterverse. What is this? Mothra. Oh yeah, that's the Godzilla moth. Oh yeah, King Kong. Oh, we need an ape. Because of course we need an ape. some ape. The Godzilla verse has so many things. Oh my god, it was such a long time. Wow. Legendary version, Gamera. Oh, is this the turtle thing? I saw a turtle thing. Yeah, this one. This is also... Oh, this is a nice illustration. So yeah, mech thing. The Godzilla dino thing. Some kind of dragon, a sea monster. Like the turtle and the thingamajig. We don't have like this industrial abomination stuff. Copy link. Wow, that is a link and a half. Jesus. Image link. Nope. I could just copy the image in, by the way. Might just do that. This looks so Pokemon. This looks like Pokemon. Whoa, but they are so neat. They're drawn so well, oh my god. The font is also great here. But I cannot draw this well, so most of our drawing is gonna be me trying to fiddle around the destroyer. There is a destroyer? Where? Hold on. Ghidorah, Rodon, Ebida, Kamaguras. Megalon. Yolanta, Dinosaur, Space Godzilla. There is Destroyer! Mondo, that's the big snake. We can have a big snake. Can I search like this? Godzilla, Monda? Monda. Okay, so it is just a Monda. Hold on, am I in the Wikizilla? I guess I am in the right place. Whoa! Okay, that's a big snake thing. Oh my god. Yo, I should watch more of these movies, by the way, because they look so fun. I might just course Daya into watching these at some point. Splash, welcome in, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice weekend. Let me... Hold on, I need this picture. I'm just gonna... eat the picture. Too large? Yeah, just resize it. Why even ask if I want to resize it? Just resize it, Jesus Christ. Not that hard. We are collecting reference for a little tabletop kaiju game, basically. So Splash is kinda in the information. We are in the brainstorming session. I have some doodles I made yesterday, and this is basically that, and me figuring out how to like import stuff into the tabletop club and such. I like this Godzilla image. This is so funny. Like, this is my art scale, so you all have to be prepared for these. I can draw house better, but my house drawing skill is like stuck at the kindergarten level. I love how goofy he looks. But yeah, this is gonna be the art style for the whole game, because I cannot draw for the life of me. That's not my skill, basically. I can somewhat do pixel art, but like, actual hand art is not me. And that is fine. We're just gonna do the... Hold on. I wanted to come back here. Godzilla doodles. Oh yeah, this was the inspiration for my Godzilla that you've seen. Like I looked at this yesterday, and that is mostly where it came from. Oh yeah, and this, I like the head of this. It just looks angry. But these are quite high level for me. Like yeah, this, not even this, like I don't have the time and energy to draw this detail. Maybe we will figure that out. That is perfect. So yeah, well, when I'm thinking about the doodles, I do not think of these, to be honest. Like, this is a drawing, not a doodle. This is a doodle, and this is a doodle. Maybe even this, but like that is stretching the word for me. But like, what is this? This is not a doodle. This is called illustrations. I guess DuckDuckGo is having a neurism, but it has been dodgy in a while. Oh, this is so cool. Look at him. Look at him getting banned. Bam. Jesus Christ. Aww. Yeah. I don't know, some kind of spammer. I don't care. I need to see it again. Hold on. Do we have Pinterest? No. Twitter. Floofy Fluff. Floofy Fluff. Are they on here? Floofy Fluff. Oh. Yeah. Video. Oh, future keys. This is how you find cool artists. Yep. Where was I? Here. I think I follow her already. Fletch and the community is crazy with spamming me with cool artists. At this point, my following page has more artists than game devs. Which is weird coming from me, but hey, I don't complain. Fletch, NG, I guess Eden now. And Raven posting all the stuff. Luna. Mossy. It's like, oh. I go on Blue Sky and I see cool art and I love it. Where was I? I know Mothman. Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out monsters. For the city? I don't know. I always say I should make a Blue Sky, but I know I'm never gonna use it. I migrated from Twitter altogether, so it's my main social media at this point. Like, I really like Mastodon, but I don't know, it's maybe me not interacting that much. I don't have a Twitter. You are a blessed man. You lived a perfect life. That's how everyone should live. Fuck Twitter. Where was I? Oh yeah, Mastodon. I'm not sure if I became inactive on Mastodon. I don't feel like I'm that inactive, but all the interaction and such kinda died down. I feel like Blue Sky is much more active in terms of people actually talking to each other and responding and saying nice stuff and such. But it could be just me being biased and cute washed by the Quackpack community, because they are a community who is encouraging all kinds of interaction, and I started with them, and it could also be, I don't mind. Yeah, if you don't use socials, then yeah, you don't need a blue sky, like, to just take away from your life. Whee! You got yeeted. Getting this guy into here took so much time. Oh my god, by the way. But we will probably model a few characters as well when we get the time. Buildings. This is gonna be probably also Oracle based. What I'm pretty sure I want more than 6 buildings. Pretty sure I want more than 6 types of buildings, which comes down to 12, I guess. Is the next nice 6 space number. I guess you could also shuffle if you print out stuff, but that is basically the same as rolling and picking up all of them. For heroes, let the player choose, but include an oracle as well. Playable heroes 6. I don't know. Probably going over 6 would be too much of an undertaking. Look, I will be drawing stuff for Fletch Fest. This gym is going to the 27th. Yeah, so that is 2 weeks, right? That is basically 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure Fest is also goes 2 weeks, right? Or does it end earlier? It's 25. Yeah, 25. You're correct. So I basically need to finish a drawing, which I want to animate, and this came in 2 weeks. That is why I'm off listening. So this is why I would not... what is the word? Like, aim for 12 heroes? That seems like a lot. On top of it. I have all those open because I just posted the Fletch Fest this morning on the Discord. Not that people are not knowing of it, because I'm almost sure most of the members there are already like Quackpack members. Most of them. Weep. Speaking of Discord, do the sellout stuff. Speaking of sellout, hey YouTube peeps, if you're watching this, subscribe and like and leave a comment. Tell me how ugly man looks and he needs... Oh, he left a stubble. Damn, he cannot even shave properly. Say some nice thing about Bazilla. Sub and like. Yeah. Sub and like. So yeah, I wouldn't say more than 6 player characters, or like heroes, or whatever we want to call them, because I don't want to aim for something that I possibly cannot do because of time commitments. Like work, another jam, content creation, game jam. So it's like, oh, a lot. Work might be a bit better for the next coming weeks, but let's knock that on the table and hope. Fingers crossed. This now looks like a bathroom, doodle when people spray the wall, or like draw with permanent marker and such. 6 heroes. Hero moves. This probably not just hero moves, but like moon pool options. Surely we want to attack, surely we want to move. Do we want to... Oh yeah, and we want a special. EX. Totally not Godzilla laser, for example. So I don't know if Bazilla rolls the special, which... Oh! Oggies! 1 in 6, let's go. So if Bazilla rolls the special, maybe he lasers all the buildings and every building loses his HP. I'm still so happy about this roll. I was like, if he rolls a special. Where is it? Oh, holy shit! I am the chosen one. So yeah. If only I had this luck in RPGs, Jesus Christ. So it is 1 in 6. The dice doesn't have 2 stars on it. Oh my god! I am the chosen one. You're a roller, Harry. Oh, I didn't export. I modified this object yesterday. I forgot to export. Totally not Godzilla laser. You're a gambler now, Harry. Finally, I made a tabletop game before this, and it is basically just a gambling game. It's like a tavern game, but I never published it because I did not really like it. But it has funny illustrations, so... And now I yet again forgot where I was. Oh yeah, move pool. So would I want separate defense? What is the difference between this? Is this always spelled with S? Or is this yet again a Brit versus US thing? The C and an S? In the UK, the correct spelling is C. Okay, so it is yet again a Brit versus American thing. Like the defense versus defense. Like one of them writes like this. Or like this, I guess. English. They cannot even agree between themselves. So why I'm saying defense is... if I also want to have a defense option on the die, then that is already 4 things I want for each player. I guess we could say that there are characters who do not have a defense. Oh, sorry. What does defense do? Oh, so you want the US spelling? Yeah. Reduce in incoming damage. So for example, I don't need 3 Bazillas. For example, if I'm here and loop, I roll a defense and I'm here, I can just say, hey, attack me, and I'm only taking 1 from Bazilla because I have a defense die. But then my 2 attacks die do nothing. I guess you do not roll because the Kaiju is gonna take his turn differently. I think this is T, no? Rotate please, flip. Oh, it's F, I guess. Yeah, nice. So you don't even need defense die because the Kaiju is gonna take its turn separately. So scrap defense. Maybe scrap, because player is rolling to act on it, and Kaiju is acting on his own. Then I only have 3 things on the dice, which can be nicely divided. Like a balanced character could have 2 of each. Someone who is more of an offensive type could have more attacks. Like, for example, man, I think has like 4 swords. Yeah, it is 4, and a shield and the thingamajig. The star. So I guess move pool. This can have 3 things on them. Technically, I don't need to have 3 things. Like, I could have an oracle if I want to do something different. For now, which are attack, VOD, attack, damage, spend die, okay, attack, damage. We have move. Spend to move a space. Special. Spend to trigger special. Question is, do I want this to be like a once a time thing? So like Godzilla, can I just roll 2 lasers after each other? Which I rolled none of, but whatever. Special skill. If more is needed, you can create an actual oracle. Because this would be an oracle in the document. So it would be just like, where is it? This. So for example, this was man, but we can say Godzilla dice oracle. So then you roll dice and it is a 3, so I have an attack action. I'm just using these dice because I am gonna make my own. So I have like, for some reason I have like 20 black dice, and I'm not sure from where and why. Move pool. We have scenario generation. Let's how to determine city Kaiju's heroes. Yeah, this is the place we want to grab out to here. Single die dice pool. This can stay. It's like a discussion point to figure out later. Oh yeah, buildings. Okay, sitting. So the player is gonna be probably lose if all the buildings are destroyed. Each building will have its own health values. Destroyed. Buildings cannot be tagged anymore. And they do not have effects. So for example, we could have a road, I don't know, like a city road, which will allow the military to come once a turn and, I don't know, deal damage to Basila if you roll something. Luke, welcome in, how you doing? So, how about we actually try to make that road? So, let me boot up a sprite. I already have a template PNG. Whee! Let me grab this thing from the side. How you doing, Luke? Hope weekend is treating you nicely. So let's... how is a road looking? Where is my draw pad? Just a fair warning, I do not know how to actually use draw pads. Like my fourth actual time of handling one of Dia's. Like this is the old drawing pad of Dia, so... But there is no in between. Can I do 75? No? Can I do 75 like this? I can. I'm doing fine. I'm a bit tired, but otherwise I'm doing fine. The weather is jack shit, sadly, but what can I do about that? It's like, I feel like in London for the past couple of 2 days. Whee! Nah, I just use my mouse for a sprite. So, the thing is, if I would use my mouse, that would be even worse, I guess. Whee! Blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I cannot write with mouse. At least I can somewhat do that with this. Road. It is gonna have, I don't know, 6 hearts. Whoop. Whoop. That's an absolutely beautiful heart. Oops. Attack. So now I can save this template as the throne. And since I have a config set up already, I think all I have to do for this to be in game, so like in the tabletop club thing, is I save this. Nope. And what I need to do is options, general, reimport assets. So for the round 4 EX, once per turn, roll d6, 1 6, deal 1 damage to Azilla. IDK military can come and shoot at him. Just for an example, the weather is S, yeah. It's like this cloudy, high wind, rainy. Yuck. Yuck. Yeah, poo poo. I wanted to go out and walk and feed the dogs and such on the weekend, and here I am sitting in my room and staring out the rainy day. Blip. Yeah, no duckies for us. At least you can hear them quack at night, because I live near a lake. Bloop, bloop. So now if I say, hey, objects, kaiju, road. Odd. Loop, and now we have a road. Bam. So with the config setup, it is really easy. And the basic card config is not even that hard. What I had to figure out myself is the documentation says that the size doesn't matter, just the ratio, but never explains what the ratio is. So I basically copied the default assets and I'm just using that size. So for example, once every turn I can roll. This is a 2, so no tankies come and shoot at the big Basila. And yeah, we're gonna have different buildings. Where was I? This is... Oh yeah, and I guess if Basila is here, you can just say... and just roll his, I don't know, 3 dice for now. That is 3 attacks, so it is gonna take 3 damage. 2, 3. There you go. So now this road is not that good of a road anymore. One thing I don't like about this, and I will try to explain, is with games like this, the anti-welcoming, I will help make a game. We can come up with ideas for heroes, for example, and buildings, because I do not have... Oh, this automatically stacks? Did not know that. I guess it is a config thing that you can stack them automatically. Well, okay. Well, agile. Dang it. So how are you doing, God blockers? Just sit up, stretch a bit, move around in your chair. Do not grab that goblin pose, which I'm in, but it is what it is. Oh, my back is hurting a bit. I slept on it weirdly. Not even my back, my shoulder, I guess. I noticed it in the morning. Whee! Yay, there's a star. This table is a mess, by the way. So, hopefully you're all back from ads, because in theory, the system is telling me that it is over. Whoop. There we go. So what I don't like about this is I don't know why would the player not just let the building go down to 1 HP and protect it after? Because technically this is just a damage sponge at this point. So if I'm here, I do not care about this road going down to 5, 4, 6, 5, 3, 2, you know. The only HP that matters is the last one at the moment. Where is that road? Come back. And that I don't know how to solve for. Not even sure if that is a problem. Because it could be like a strategic thinking of, hey, I know Basila has 3 dice, so he can always roll 3 attacks, so I only let it go to like 4. But then if everything is on 4, then now I need to choose who I'm letting to go down. Go down to like lower HP pools, so it can be destroyed. So that is one thing we still need to figure out. And actual heroes. We probably need another hero. And we probably need like at least 6 buildings. Okay, the city, the players. Lose if the city is destroyed. But this part can be further explored. We could even say that, hey, the carriage doesn't even need to destroy the whole city, maybe just 3 buildings. Or like 4. That is also an option. I would love if, for now, I think the whole destruction would be the point. But then we probably need to have like a big bot for every kaiju in the game. Because the game could take a long time, and even though most heroes probably gonna have 1 attack points. Like if I have 3 dice and roll 3 attack, that is like third of the HP at the moment. I guess Godzilla, but like our Dino is hitting 4 too. This is all dummy values, by the way. I just tinkered out, so I have something on the cards. What else? What else? What else? That is the loose condition. The win condition, of course, is win condition is the defeated kaiju, because that is the whole point. You want to defend the city from the rampaging monster. And I think that's all. Did we not talk about a rule or something? Multiple kaijus? Maybe. So one thing I haven't thought about is multiplayer. Which let's put it up here. It is gonna be either solo or co-op. But I want some kind of scaling to the game. So if there is like 4 players, which is a lot, oh boy. With 4 players, 1 kaiju is not gonna do probably anything in the game. Do I want 2? Am I scaling the HP of the kaiju up and adding more buildings to the side? The city is bigger, that you need to defend. But then just a simple move die might not be enough for the kaiju. So hold on, we need to write all this up. Scaling with multiple players. Heroes. Do I make a bigger city? What about movement in a bigger city? Do I increase the HP of the kaiju? Do I increase the dice pool maybe of the kaiju? So for example, with 1 player, he only has 3 dice. But so like the default dice is 3, but for any other additional player, I am adding 1 more. So the monster is more active on the board. That could be a thing. Because I think multiplying the actual action dice is too much scaling. Because then it could be just like... Hey, come back. Thank you. So if there would be like... even at 3 players... This could be like 5 dice. At which point, maybe if we have buildings with low HP, we can just die with one roll, because 1, 2, 3, this is 4 attacks. That's like 8 damage to something. That is crazy. Like that could blow up a building in itself. Too many dice can lead to fast blowout. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, starting position. We haven't talked about how the game should be set up. I think we could because if I want to expand the city when there are more players, then just a dice roll to determine where the kaiju is starting is gonna be a bit weird. Because I assume we're gonna let the players to choose where they want to start. So then, where does the kaiju start? Is it too bad for us, for the players to say where it starts? Like if you want to set up like this, I guess this would be the best, right? Because then we can cover everything quite fast. Just let it start in the middle. Sorry, I had ads. What is happening? We are talking about at the moment on how the game should be set up at the start. I'm not sure how much, like if you just arrived, how much you can understand from just the board here. Basically, the point of the game is gonna be defending a city with your heroes from a kaiju. Everyone is gonna move around from building to building, while the kaiju is trying to destroy the city, and you are trying to prevent that and defeat the kaiju. And I'm thinking on if for the setup, not like these tokens, go away. So for the setup, the starting setup, we're probably gonna let the players to choose where they want to start in the city. There are gonna be different buildings with different abilities, probably. But where do we start with the kaiju? Like, am I letting the players to determine? From the notes, maybe a multiplayer can allow a player to be the kaiju. Ooh. Oh, I like that idea. Ho, 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 ho. Or one player can control the kaiju. That is a really neat idea I haven't thought about. Like one player is the monster who is trying to defeat the city, and every other player is the other heroes. Yeah, that's also a cool idea. 1d6 on movement, and then the action dice 1 tile attack and 2 tile range attacks. We do not have ranged at the moment, but for the dice, we can always include more here, because this is gonna be an oracle table. Like, it's like, that is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that is just 5. Give me another row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the document, it is gonna look like this. So I don't know. We can yet again do this with Mozilla. So like the first die is an attack. The second die is also an attack. or like the second two. This could be, you know, let's do 3 attack and 2 moves. Move, and this is the laser special. So the game document will look like this basically, and you will roll bloop and see. So for example, I rolled a 5 and a 3, so I have an attack and a move that I can do on this turn. When we set it up, the kaiju starts in the water while the player starts at the military base. So the game is probably gonna be called something like Kaiju Response Force or something. So we are actually called into the action once the kaiju is rampaging already. And 2, I don't see the reason why to do that, because you are just, if you do not roll a move, you're just stuck at the base, and it's just like 2 empty turns, because of course you want to move into the city. That is why I want to everyone to already start in the city. I feel like that is just one turn when you do not have a decision, like you want to move. You want to move into the city. So why not even start there? At the middle of the ocean already. But yeah, so like, I don't know, if we have a ranged enemy, then I don't know, this could be deal 1 damage to left neighbor. This could be easily. Yeah, the values that you have here can change, like that is up for the future. I'm just showing this as an example. If you can have an enemy who is a faster mover, an enemy who is more about destroying stuff, an enemy who is gonna shoot specials left and right. This is all configurable. We're just trying to figure out the core of the game for the time being. Also, it is not gonna be one die roll, so most of the action is gonna be with multiple die. So I don't know, if you roll 3 die already, that's like whoop. Kaiju, maybe the move can count as damage as well. That is too much damage. I want to have separate attacks and movements. I don't really want to mesh too much things up. I had an idea of the game actually taking place in a grid. Like, objects. Give me this and this. Where are they? In the middle? Yeah, of course they're in the middle. Plop. 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 It's like you would actually move around the grid-based city. One, you actually need cards for that. This game can all be played in a notebook with pencil. 2, with damage accumulating on the buildings, this is just gonna be messy on the long run, because you're having like 4 or 5 things on a card already. But with the Oracle, we can play around for sure. So we could have an enemy who is like, who moves and attacks. So he has like move and attack at destination. Like, this is totally possible. We can do that for sure. Okay, there is nothing stopping us from doing stuff like this. That's why I want to have actual oracles in the document and not like fully custom dice. This is just for me because I like nice dice. Like the more average player experience is gonna include dice and looking up the table of what things do. which might not be enticing for everyone, but I'm totally fine with that. I just want to make a tabletop game and release it. Because it is bugging me for a long time. Like, since I played Draft Crawl and Note Quest, it's like, damn, I want to make a board game. I will have to look up if there is a difference between a board game and a tabletop game, but... Where are you going? You do not have phasing abilities, stop it. Yeah, cities, combat, dice pools. I make a bigger city. I guess it is time to draw stuff, weirdly. Which I'm not fully looking forward because I'm very bad at drawing. Hold on, let's Oh, okay, so this works this way. Huh, okay, that's good to know. Attack. On 6. Save this. Let's go back to the template. So for example, let's have a hospital, because that is always a nice idea, so players can heal. Hospital, which is, I don't know, is it a big building? Whip. This is... Oh, I'm like on a weird brush thing. Not on what I want to be. I was like, this looks weird. I don't have this take off a pencil. And this is smaller than it was. I think it was 5. So for this, we want a big building with probably a big circle. I mean, at least try to draw some straight lines, somewhat straight lines. So this is what it feels like to be an artist, right? I cannot draw straight lines. How do I draw a circle? The actual terror. This is why I'm pixel artist. I can just select the line tool and draw a line. Whoop. We have a cross here. If you hold shift while drawing, does that work for pencil as well? Oh. Yeah, I did not know this works with pencil. So like... No? Wait, how? Okay, so I have to place a dot and then I can shift from that point. Oh, draw your first point, then hold the shift. Yeah. That is a neat tip, thank you. I did not know about this. Bloop. So let's try to make something better with this knowledge. This is all still just placeholder stuff, so I do not mind things being a bit junky. Does this work like this? Wow! Also, you can use the circle tool and the fill tool. I can, but why do I have a drawing pad if I would use the non-drawing stuff? Yeah. Oh. Oh, that is not a bad of a circle. Hold on. Oh, you are on a pad? Yes. Once in my lifetime, I'm not using a mouse. I have Dia's old bamboo drawing pad, which is like outdated by every standard you would think of. Oop. Whoop, loop. No, that's too much of a jank for me. Plop, plop, plop. Come on. Okay, we're gonna cheat a bit. Plop, 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 plop. And we're just gonna draw some windows with the mice. Pop, pop. And we're just gonna do a loop. What is my L missing here? Bloop. So I don't know. You can just do some kind of dummy volume for this as well. I don't know. Oop. Dia is raging in the background on my art. I don't know. Heal for one. The windows! Let's do this one! Stop this madness. This is Sparta! What? Why? There you go. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. I'm just gonna leave this just to spite you. Save as hospital. One thing I want, and I don't know what we should draw for it, is I want a building that will grant you one more action if you're standing on it. It's like you start with +1 action. And I don't know what that should be. Pet store. +1 action more. Oh. Hold on. Like, how do I draw a doodle and mortar? Not Tesco, but Stepsco. Okay, I like that idea. I need my color back. So we need a building. This is yet again on his stupid stuff. Oop. Bloop. 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 Bah. Hup. Bah. Bah. Don't mind the lines. And we need a big sign. And can I... Steps go. Hold on. We can just do +1 on this side. What? Steps Q. How does a storefront look like? Have like doors and such. Yeah. Imagine having doors. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh. Bloop. How did I zoom in? I did not know that is a function I can do. Huh? This is a... Come on. Weep. There you go. Steps go. Loop. 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 The crooked heart. Loop. +1. +1 action if start on this. Boom. And I'm just gonna copy the steps curve from this. Just go. So you have like what, 4 buildings? You have the hospital, the house, the road, and steps school. That is 4 indeed. We need 2 more. Jed wants to play Factorio. Soon enough, my friend, soon enough. Hold on, let me just... There you go. So if in theory... Oh yeah, I can just do this. This is crazy to me. I did not know sending a window, captured window to the toolbar just gets rid of the actual like recording on the screen. So save. Yes. Options. General import. Yes. One thing with having buildings with abilities and having buildings without is you're gonna sacrifice the buildings without first. Is that a problem? Do I need to think about this? Buildings without abilities be sacrificed first. Is that a problem? Something to fix? Yep. I hate how it changes in the size every time I like exit and such. So now in theory I can... Could you... The road... Steps go... Hospital... Yep. Oh, why is it stacked houses? That is called an apartment complex, not a house. Yeet. So we will have to come up with a few more buildings and a few more heroes. And after that we can actually start like playtesting such and such. You have all the cool die. You have a lot of stuff on the board. Move pool. What is this line here? Oops, wrong button. This button. So how about we try Mothman? Mothra? Big Moth. Gimme table. 2, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what special we should use. I would have to look into like Kaiju lore and such. So how about moving around? Attack. Attack. Special. Jed in the stream. Laser 1 damage to every building. How you doing, Jed? We can play Factorio after the stream. We can go to full Goro now. I'm pretty sure the ship should have enough ammo stored at this point. We could also draw them off. Hold on. So let's go back to here. Morph. How do I draw a big moth? Need some kind of reference on the side. And we load in the template thing. So it is kind of like a weird butterfly. But we do need a big head. Why is this? This is saved with 3 line width. So we need some kind of head. Oh, that is a head. We need a small body. We need the big end. I don't care. That's good enough for now. And we need legs. There. I also want to get rid of this. And we need some kind of antenna, I guess. We need the guy. And I cannot draw a moth mouth, so we're just gonna do that. And I need big wings. Lip. One wing. That is too much. Whoop. I want a somewhat straight line. I want a somewhat straight line and one that has curves. And same again. And now I want the other end of the wings, and this needs I don't know, some kind of pattern. Oops. There is. This is weird down here. Beep, beep, beep. This looks stupid. But paint would be better for this. I do not know the quick actions for paint enough, so then All you would see me is drawing something, then reaching out for the toolbar, drawing something, then reaching out for the toolbar. Big moth. Little silly. It is little silly. You could say it is a silly little guy. This is backwards. The HP is here on monsters. Oh. I don't know. 12. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Here at least I know my button setup, so I can quickly change between stuff. Bam! So now we just save this. Big moth. I will have to come up with at least some kind of a semblance of a style. Did you know it has a nickname? Oh no. What is it? Behemoth. Nice. Hold on. That's even better. I just need... What was that again? Emote. There we go. Oh, I closed my sprite. I did not want to close it. I just wanted to send it to the... Oh yeah, this does not refresh. I need the actual import again. Import. Just gonna plop it onto the board. Look at it in its glory. And then we will probably end a little bit sooner than we usually do. What I know, and I want to do this up here somewhere, away, is win conditions, buildings, move pool. I guess I should do here specials. I want something that can summon enemies. This draw pad is weird sometimes. I don't know what is happening. So, single player. I'm not sure if Martians are a thing in like the Kaiju verse. What? Load. Bloop. And now we can summon Behemoth. Bam. Look at it. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Put some dye here. I actually want to make like a screenshot of this. What the f... Stop that. I don't need you anymore. Where is my... I need to make him bigger as well. Like, it would be lovely to have actual figures in this space. If you can play around. This is all just the visual thing, like the representation. Also, hold on. Tabletop. Bloop. Just do a little screeny. But yeah, we need to figure out some buildings. I will probably ask around on socials and on our cool little Discord server for ideas people might have, and we can choose if there is something I like. We still need at least one more enemy, but I think we figured out the 6 that we want, like team-wise. So we are missing a dragon, we are missing something mecha, we are missing an alien, and something else. I forgot what the last one was. And we need probably more heroes than man. Because as awesome as he is, on its own will not be enough. Oh yeah, and a few buildings. I still don't know what we will do with just generic buildings. We should probably have generic buildings. I just don't know how I would handle them in the actual game. But yeah, next time we can clear up the rules a bit. And maybe even figure out a new hero. So we can at least play against one kaiju with 2 heroes. Then we can do a dummy play. And start playtesting and such. But yeah, let me quickly look around if someone is up. Silly is up. Talking about silly little guys. Let me check if someone is up with Kaiju Jam first. Kaiju Jam? No such tag. It shows me. And that's all. Nice. So we're gonna jump over to City. You can use the raid message once we arrive there. Raid channel. They're doing some art. Yes, arting around. Heck yeah. So we're gonna raid Silly. I will lurk around there. I will see you there. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on socials and such with the posts. Join Discord so we can talk about the game, we can figure out stuff. And yeah, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.